right, girl. Those are the vibes we're bringing to you on this. What day is it? Thursday. Yes. Welcome to the Off Script. Maybe you should just do it.
Rewind.
Yep. Welcome to the Off Script podcast. I'm Shari Armstrong. This is our video podcast every Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and I'm sitting next to the lovely
Amy Wegman.
Yes.
How are you? I missed you yesterday.
I know I missed you too, but I really couldn't tell because it looked like you were having a great time with Trent. I didn't watch the podcast. You said that on air, and that's true. I wasn't watching, but I was just looking at it this morning, and we love Trent Eric.
We do. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's fun to chat with.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that, though. He'll go straight to his head.
100%. We have a special guest today.
We do, but she's not coming on till a little bit later.
Right, but I think
That's why this chair is here.
Exactly. I felt like we needed to explain the chair. Anyway, how are you? I should ask you that.
I'm doing all right. My throat hurts, so that's why we're socially distancing. But, you know, we just power through.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm not like, I don't feel sick, but my throat's a little sore.
Yeah.
So
You're prepared. You're doing the right things. I love that for you.
I'm here.
Also, I am a little jealous because the outfit that you're rocking today just looks so comfortable. Our special guest in the corner is nodding her head. It just looks so comfortable, and I'm slightly jealous. Here I am back again in my Fox 4 polo.
I'm really not a florals kind of girl, but I saw this at J. Crew Factory, you know, the outlet one.
Okay, yes.
And I was like, that looks comfortable. And I tried it on, and I was like, oh, I struggle with florals because I feel like I look like I'm wearing a tablecloth.
I feel like they make me look bigger, so I relate to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too. But I don't care. I'm
feel
in
like
that phase of my life.
Girl. And as hot as it is right now, you know, like I'm rocking jeans right now, I want like airflow. You know what I mean? I want like, I'm serious. I want it to be, our producer just gave me a face like, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, I
No,
like,
it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it's hot.
Anyway, let me keep my motions to myself.
Do we have video for this first one, Ellie? Okay.
All right. So,
Okay, I'm going to wait.
we were looking at this survey that essentially takes a look at some of the things that really annoy Americans. Okay.
Okay.
And we all have a thing where it's like, I hear this and it will make me explode. Okay.
I get aggressive
What is one of yours?
when people chew loudly.
That is Amy. That is mine.
Literally, I like it, and it can be my own family members. I will look at them and I'm just like, I'm thinking horrible things about you right now. Horrible, horrible things.
I feel
and my son has inherited this.
Like, oh, he's inherited the annoyance.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes. Because, like, you can't even crunch into a chip. And he's like, oh, why are you chewing so loud?
It's real.
But yeah, if
feel
it's
that.
especially like schmucky,
Yes.
forget it. I'm
Yes.
done.
I feel that so much. The chewing drives me nuts.
Nuts.
I can hear your enamel working.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when the drink is gone in the cup,
The like slurp. See, that doesn't bother me as much.
the slurp makes me crazy.
Slurp.
In the movie theater, I sometimes want to turn
no.
around and be like, you want me to throw away for you?
Yeah.
Like, I can't take it.
The noise in the movie theater or the chewing.
Oh,
It ruins my experience.
you can't even focus on what the person's saying.
Yes.
You know, because it's
This is a thing, though. It's not just in our heads. I was reading an article recently that this is like a real diagnosis. Like it's a thing.
yes. I've
My
heard
husband thinks I'm like super annoying
No, you
because
tell
I
him.
I can't deal. I
Yeah.
get aggressive.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
literally like, shut up.
I feel that. I feel that.
I mean it in the most loving way.
Yeah. And people are just living their lives, you know, they're just chewing.
Yeah.
But for us, well, they say like it's like a heightened sensitivity to that sound.
I agree with that. My mom has it too.
Yeah.
So I think I was like hyper aware of it as a kid because she would always be like, chew with your mouth closed, chew with your mouth closed, you know? Or like, don't cut, you know, that sound with the knife on the plate.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was a kid, she's one of 7. She would leave the table crying all the time because her brothers chewed with their mouths.
Oh my God.
So like, I do think it's hereditary.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So we want to take a look at some of the results from the survey just to see if they were relatable. So the number one is seeing someone that you don't want to talk to. So like you're in public, you're living your best life. Our guest is putting her hands up to her head like, girl, you are talking to me. I am one of them. You're in Target chilling. You got your house clothes on, you know, maybe some workout pants or something. And you turn the corner and you see fill in the blank.
Yeah. And usually it's not like, oh, I see you every day, can be like, what's up? Peace out. It's like, oh, we have to reconnect for 20 minutes and I don't have the
100%.
time or energy for this.
100%.
Love you to the moon and back, human being, but
Yeah.
like, just don't have it in me.
100%. So question for you. Do you swerve? Do you, or pull out the phone? That's one of mine. Hey, girl.
No, I don't do that. I usually just go into it. I
You are
mean,
such a good person.
sometimes
Megan.
I'll be like, oh, that's so-and-so, and I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
If I'm in a rush, I'm in a rush. Like,
Sure.
it's nothing against the person.
Yeah.
But, oh, I just burped.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
Remember that time you called me out for wheezing on the mic? Here we are. So
That's like my worst nightmare when I'm on the news that I'm going to talk and a little like mini burp will come out, and it just happened. It just happened. I was like, "Ugh."
these mics are also extra sensitive. So
Anyway, yeah, no, I'll usually say hi.
you're a good person.
It's
I'm
that
a
guilt.
swerve.
It's like
Wow,
the guilt.
I don't feel the guilt. I'm like, I ain't trying to. Sometimes I just want to be in the store with my sunglasses, and just like live my best life with no one talking to me. And I'm a nice person. You can attest to that. But sometimes I just want to be with myself.
Yeah. As far as social as our job is,
Yes.
I'm like borderline antisocial.
Yes, I feel that.
I'm like a introverted extrovert.
I am too. I always describe myself like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're a lot alike that way. Okay, so running to someone. Loud chewing.
Number 2.
I think this is for a lot of people.
100%. Number 2. And then coming in number 3, and it's a bunch of them, lagging Wi-Fi. This is such a first world problem, but apparently like Americans pop off when it comes to that. And I mean, it is annoying if you're in a certain place and you need information and you have no Wi-Fi, it drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Or, it's slow, it drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Unexpected calls.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. You're like, I know I should answer this, but
Yes.
I can't.
Or it's that thing that you see on TikTok, guys, where it's like you called all these people on the way home and they didn't answer.
Because you had the energy and you're in that mode. You're like, let's talk. And then
Yeah.
by the time they call back, you're like, I don't want to speak to any of you.
I'm on D&D. You know what I mean? You missed the window.
Yep.
Heavy breathing.
Ew.
Heavy breathing is mine. Especially, I cannot stand on the phone. Here we go. Messing with the wrong one right here.
These
That
mics aren't good for it.
drives me nuts. And then knocking on doors to me was an interesting one. Knocking on doors.
It's all of these like very 80s and 90s things that I think we look at as inconveniences nowadays. Like,
That's probably what
I don't like talking on the phone.
I am that person.
But I wonder sometimes to myself if it's because we have to talk for work, and I usually want silence on my way home because I'm so overstimulated. So I wonder if it's that, but I think a lot of people don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say it. I think it might be generational a little bit because I think my mom will talk on the phone all day every day, and then she'll call me and want to talk all day every day. Which I do love you, Mom, but like sometimes I'm okay with texting.
Yeah.
I'm like very much okay with. Don't even leave me a voicemail. I even say it on my voicemail, like just please text me.
Yeah.
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 So I think like but my mom used to spend hours on the phone with her girlfriends back in the day. So
Yeah.
that's why sometimes I think it might be generational. And now the kids hit the kids. There I go saying another thing like that. They hit each other on Snapchat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think it's generational.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
So anyway, these are the top annoyances. And I do think it's funny that we have a couple that made the top list. Heavy chewing.
Couple.
Yeah, a couple.
I have a few little ticks.
All right, here's something that's got a lot of people ticked off.
Oh my gosh, this has really got people popping off.
So Lee County says, you know what? We're in a deficit.
Okay.
All right. And
$13 million deficit.
no big deal. Just 13 million bucks. So the county starts having conversations around this, and they're looking at ways to generate revenue. And they take a look at
Le Bridge.
the bridge.
Le Bridges.
Now, when you go to Sanibel, it costs you like $6 to cross over, and a lot of people are like, but we've accepted that at this point. Cape Coral could potentially see increases when it comes to crossing the bridge when it comes to those tolls.
Right. So right now it's $2 one way, free on the way back, right? That's how we
Yes,
do it now.
yes,
At
yes.
one point it was $1 each way and they switched it. I'm aging myself right now. Yeah, so obviously people feel strongly about this for multiple reasons. Life's expensive. You can get the reduced toll rates if you buy the Sun Pass, like the discounted rate, but you have to do it by October 31st. And if you miss it, you don't get that. But for people like me, I live in Fort Myers and I work in Cape Coral. I'm going over that bridge constantly, right? So this is going to affect people. And even if it's like $1, $3 to get over the bridge, it adds up.
Yeah, exactly. And my heart kind of feels for the people in Cape Coral too, because I feel like we've been talking a lot about how expensive some of the rates have been in Cape Coral, whether it comes to like housing, permitting, some of that stuff. So it's just another thing where people in the Cape on Facebook are like, are you kidding me? And also they're like, listen, if there's a deficit, that's not our problem.
Right.
Y'all got to figure out where to get that money from somewhere else, but not something that affects the everyday person person at that level. And we were talking about this on air, maybe it was off air, but $2 and like an additional $2, like you gonna feel that if you're going back and forth every day.
100%. The other thing that people were saying on social media, because Commissioner Kevin Ruane was like, why are people upset that we're potentially talking about it? Just talk right now, raising something that we haven't touched in 34 years. But the people who've been here a long time remember the initial conversations. They're saying this on social media. Wait a second, those tolls were put on the bridge just to pay for the bridge.
Right.
Once the bridge was paid for, obviously it creates a lot of revenue. So they keep the tolls and now they're raising it. So listen, life's expensive. I'm sure it's super. I know nothing about running a city, a county. So I'm sure like there's yin and yang and it's probably not an easy decision, but let's just say people feel passionately on both sides.
And you can join the conversation too on our Facebook page. Whether you're watching on Facebook or not, you can find the post there and let us know what you think, because it's a pretty hot topic.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make a final decision until like September is the budget vote. So you have time. Don't worry. It's not happening tomorrow. My son plays a lot of sports, right?
Yes.
So he plays football. He plays basketball. He used to play golf. He played baseball.
Man, that kid is busy.
Basketball practice, we're doing a little like summer league.
Okay.
8:00 at night.
Stop. What time? Wait. What time do they start?
8:00 at night.
At 8:00.
Yes. I'm like, and my husband is not home from work yet at 8:00 at night because he works a little later in the day.
Right.
So I'm like, hold on, let me get the girls in their jammies out of the bath into the car to go drive him to basketball practice. Listen,
how long is the practice?
An hour.
Oh, wow. Still, that's
hour,
really
hour 15.
late.
That's like, I mean, granted, it's summer. But anyway, all that to say, we do these things because I believe that if you keep them busy and keep them engaged, especially as they get older, like they're still going to get in trouble, but it gives them, it's just good for morale, right? It teaches them life skills. It teaches them, to have drive, but also be responsible and follow rules and stuff. And so we were just talking about as summer approaches, maybe keeping your kids engaged. Obviously, you don't want them sitting around for however many weeks summer is. I don't know. It's a long time. And it's harder once they get, like, my little ones are in summer camp because they love it. And they're like, oh, you did crafts all day.
Of course.
But, like, I have a 13-year-old and he's like, I don't want to go to summer camp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then you got to play a sport or do like a sports camp, so it's hard.
It is hard. I think Southwest Florida is doing a very good job of creating camps that tap into different interests.
100%.
Okay. Like I've seen hair braiding camp. I've seen DJing. I've seen cooking. Pearl goes to a theater camp.
Yes. My niece loves her theater camp. And then they do the show at the end.
Yeah. And also the fact that they're turning these shows so quickly, like every 2 weeks there's a new show and it's good, is impressive.
Yeah.
But part of this, the research that they did talked about the fact that sports help kids to understand, or activities help kids to understand navigating failure, navigating when you don't win the game, when you don't get the part. And I think that's part of it, especially in those teenage years, those pre-teen years, which are like you start questioning all the things and wondering why you didn't get it. I think that's an important aspect of the basketball and all of those things, is like learning how to bounce back from that.
Yeah. Rejection is part of life.
Exactly.
I mean, it just is. One other thing we need to think about this summer as the kids are outside is the skin, right? Because I'm going to say it, I'm sure I'm going to get hate mail.
It's okay.
I forgot to put sunscreen on the kids the other day.
Oh,
yeah.
Happens.
And they got a little rosy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm really good about it.
Yes, I know. The last time we talked about this type of stuff, you mentioned you're on it.
I'm on it. I was in mom mode though, and it just like, it didn't happen. And I was, oh my goodness. Anyway, so as we're going into the summer, it's not just sunburn you have to worry about, because with all the heat and the nastiness, there are other skin things that tend to creep up. So acne is higher in the summer because obviously we've got all the sweat and the oil, the bacteria. Folliculitis. So that's when like the hair follicle gets infected. So if you're not wearing like breathable clothing and you're sweating a lot, if you get a little rash and it seems to be on the hair follicle, it could be folliculitis. I'm a dermatologist now.
Go ahead, girl.
Obviously you want to moisturize, and ChatGPT told me this because it said I had ashy legs.
This is true.
The one that really stands out to me is melasma, but apparently that's only for like geriatric.
Stop. Please clarify.
So melasma is a hormonal skin discoloration, and sun makes it worse. So people sometimes get blotches on their face, and you have to use special like lightening cream to get rid of it. But you can only use it for 4 months at a time, and then you have to take 4 months off, and it's a pain in the butt. You live in Florida, you walk to your car, and my melasma's popping. And of course, mine, after I had my twins, because it's hormonal, like it's hormone related, decided to come in the shape of a pencil mustache. So there's that. So I use a lot of sunscreen. I wear hats. I try my best.
Do all the things.
I do all the things.
I said this before and people thought I was joking, but I'm here to say and show you that I'm not joking. It was like 2 years ago and I discovered that I could peel. And it's happening to me on my forehead. I don't know if you could tell, but it's why my makeup doesn't blend anymore at the top right here because I'm peeling from the sun. And I also do all the things. And I'm like the queen of SPF at this point.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to chime in and say it doesn't matter where your skin color is. All of these things matter, and you should be taking these precautions because we get the same diagnoses. And I am proof of being the person that's like, that's for y'all, not for me. But it actually is a thing,
Yeah.
for sure. And I also, in the summer, my skin, I have that dry, irritated skin that you were talking about.
Yes.
I get triggered with eczema if I'm not like, doing all the things as well. So take care of your skin this summer. It's super important. And yeah, you got to be proactive.
If you didn't know, because my sister is a little bit older than me, so when I was growing up, she was always harping on me about my skin. She's like, stay out of the sun. It's going to give you wrinkles. Stay out of the sun. It's going to give you wrinkles. But unless there's somebody telling you that, you might not know it. So
Exactly.
good way to anti-age as well.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Chick-fil-A?
I'm always down to talk about food. It's really killing me right now how Chick-fil-A is like, good for them for rebranding and
Two
of them though. I thought, all right, Kate, you're closed. I'm going to Daniel's. Guess what? They're closed as well. So I'm going through a really tough time with Chick-fil-A.
So the Cape one's closed. There's one open though. No, it's the one at 41 in Daniels is open, right?
I thought the one at 41 in Daniel's is closed. I haven't been going there.
I went there.
Shut up.
Yeah. The Colonial, thank you.
Colonial,
So they knocked down the one at Colonial in 75 because my kids always comment on it. They're like, Mommy, it's still closed. So yeah, those two. The one at Daniels in 41 is open.
I was probably better off thinking it was closed because
Yep.
I'm on my fitness journey. But now I can still cope at Chick-fil-A. I love that. But they're new things coming to Chick-fil-A, and it's not just a new building.
Yes, new sandwiches. So one location where you can get this in Florida right now is Jacksonville. They do like test runs first, I think, before they send them to all locations.
Yeah.
Jalapeno Ranch Club. Okay, so it's a chicken fillet on ranch bun. No, on a ranch bun. Maybe that's ranch.
I'm just gonna say it
With pepper jack and pickled jalapenos.
I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, it's
Does
all
that
right.
speak to you?
No, but you know what does, and it's
Please.
only seasonal, that
Tell me.
one with pimento cheese. It sounds disgusting, and it's
yeah.
so freaking good.
Yeah. That's a new one. The one with pimento cheese. or
It's
already-
seasonal. It's like
Okay.
the Chick-fil-A sandwich with pickled jalapenos, hot honey, and pimento
Oh,
cheese.
you had me at hot honey.
It's so good.
I'm with that.
Anyway, the other new sandwich they're introducing is the creamy barbecue chicken. So it's chicken with barbecue slaw and sweet heat pickles on a buttery bun, both available in grilled or spicy.
Something about that buttery bun from Chick-fil-A.
I do love me some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh, I hate when people ask me this question because it's so basic.
Ketchup?
It's barbecue sauce.
God, she likes Michael Bolton. And she likes like the honey roasted barbecue? No, just the basic barbecue. Girl,
I can't get into the Chick-fil-A sauce. Like some of this, I'm just not that girl. Just hit me. Can I have a number one, please, with an Arnold Palmer, extra fries, and barbecue sauce? That's my order.
okay, I'm like, can I get the Chick-fil-A deluxe meal with American cheese, honey roasted barbecue packets, lots of them,
Lots of them is wild.
a Diet Dr. Pepper, and then I'm happy.
I like that you're like, let me cut back with the Dr. Pepper, the diet after all of that. Can I ask you something though? The sauce that you said, honey?
Honey roasted barbecue. It doesn't come in that weird little dippy thing.
Yeah.
It comes in a packet, like almost like a
See,
old school ketchup packet.
I would
It's
go in on
good.
that.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of the Chick-fil-A sauce. It's just too. It's just not my jam.
Same.
I do like the Polynesian too, like sweet and sour.
I'm okay with Polynesian. Are y'all okay with this is not Chick-fil-A, but it's also on the same topic. Zax sauce.
My son made me stop on the way home yesterday and get him Zax sauce, spicy Zax
Spicy
sauce.
Zax
So
sauce.
good,
I love that.
so good.
Love that. I just had to redeem myself. Okay, I do want to say to Southwest Florida though, today is Thursday. So you are almost there to the weekend. Congratulations to you.
We've made it.
Almost there, baby.
That when I clap. All right, I'm gonna work on that.
Nowhere near as bad as mine.
Stop it. Both of us. So I've been working on my 4 things to do because
Okay.
I put this together every week so that you know what's happening around Southwest Florida for the weekend. There's some fun stuff happening around town. And don't forget, Sunday is Father's Day.
Yes.
Right?
Happy Father's Day to my grandfather.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
And to all the fathers.
To all the dads out there.
Yeah.
But you were saying that there was something happening.
Yeah,
Hold
I don't
on.
think I don't know if we got this one in, but the RV show.
There we go.
Bam, here we go. I was looking for events that people seem to be really interested in, and this is one of them.
Okay.
The RV show, the Fort Myers RV show is going down this weekend in Lee Civic Center. It actually starts today, goes through Sunday. And they seem to have like all the things. Like
Really?
I tend to follow some of the RV people on TikTok. And I'm very impressed by how people take like, I'm going to say it, like some of these raggedy looking RVs and they transform them into like, is this someone's hotel?
So the RV show, is that only for people who are in the market to buy an RV, or is it like a fun thing just to go
Go
peruse?
look around. You can definitely go look around.
Yeah, it's kind of like a boat show.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Do
can
they have
take
like
the family
food?
and stuff like that? I don't know. You might have to just go to their Facebook and find out if they have food.
It's
but
9 to 7. I
feel
bet
like
they
they're
do.
gonna have vendors out there.
I'm sure.
But yeah, definitely check that out. Tonight I'm hosting art and poetry. Do you remember art and poetry?
Shari puts me to shame. She's like, I do this, and tonight I'm hosting art and
Okay.
poetry at your house or something.
First of all, stop. Amy's been at this a lot longer than me and has hosted way more events, so don't even. Second of all, it's at the City and Burn Davis Art Center.
Oh,
Marco and Brian started this like years ago.
Okay.
And it's like grown every year. And so this is the last show for 2025. And so I'm co-hosting. So
Aw.
I'm excited about that. It's just an aspect of Southwest Florida where it's art. People get on the mic, they can sing,
like
spoken
open mic
word,
night.
100%. And it's in City and Burn, like inside of City and Burn Davis Art Center. So it's
I've never
beautiful.
been. I don't
What?
get out much. I have kids, young kids, so I'm busy and all the sports and stuff. What?
No.
How often is it?
Oh, wait. You mean you've never been to art and poetry, but you have been to the City and Burn Davis?
Yeah, of
Art
course. Of
Girl,
course,
I was
of
like,
course.
okay, yeah. They have it once a month, but again, this is the last show. So if you have nothing to do tonight, come on out. It's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome. We want to bring in our special guests. Drum roll, please.
I feel like I should move. Do I need to move to make this work? Okay. Do you want to announce her?
She's one of my boo bears. Okay. One of our community correspondents,
Coming to the stage.
Miss Ella Rhodes. We love Ella Rhodes. So she is the community. Hi,
my girl.
You're a vision.
We love Ella Rhodes.
This is Ella, and she's on a bar stool, so she's going to be taller than us. But Ella is our Lehigh Acres community correspondent, and she's been covering something that drives us all crazy, but it's not on that list of things that drive us crazy, and that is mosquitoes in Lehigh
Yes.
Acres. Hold on, I'm going to
Yes.
give you the mic while Shari talks to you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And you have to talk real close. Okay, and we can also share the mic. But
Right.
yeah, I don't want to get that throat thing you were talking about. But yeah, no. So mosquito season. So actually, the Lee County Mosquito Control District, it's the biggest in the country, and it is based in Lehigh Acres, and mainly because that they are near the Buckingham Airfield.
Sure.
They can have all of the helicopters and the planes there for treating all those mosquitoes and stuff. But mainly, a big issue that they've seen recently, they had 125 calls in one weekend, you guys. In one weekend.
Calls in terms of
They're like, hey, there's a problem.
uh-huh.
Like, we are getting bit up.
Uh-huh.
It is bad.
Yeah.
And normally, like, you don't call just to, like, be like, hey, can you come, like, treat my house? No. They don't do that. They're like, we get calls, and then we see which areas are getting the most calls, and we treat the general area.
Target those areas.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
right.
So, basically, what they're seeing right now is that it is all in these coastal areas that they're getting these calls. Normally, they get about 25 calls.
125 is crazy.
You guys, insane. But Mosquito Control District, I got to give it to them. They are so on top of their game. They really know what they're doing. They are kind of the leading example for mosquito control in the country. But basically, an important thing to know about Lee County, 1/10 of our county is made of salt marshes. And right now, the problem is the salt marsh mosquito. And you guys are Southwest Florida natives. You've been here for so long. You know this issue.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, the salt marsh mosquito is just having a time, and it's mainly because of the environment, the recent weather we've had, and people are just getting bit up on the coastal areas like Pine Island right next door to us, and also Estero. And we've been having a lot of winds, and it's blowing,
Oh, wow.
blowing those buggies.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, what is mosquito control? What are they saying to people who are watching? They're like, yeah, this is happening in my community. What are they saying to people? Like preventative measures, I guess, or what advice are they throwing out there?
So there's so many different types of mosquitoes. I know. I feel like I'm like,
It's okay. We do it
I'm so
all the
sorry,
time.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm just like gonna sit in Amy's lap at
do
this
it.
point.
We love this. We have to soak you up
But,
as much as possible.
So basically what they're saying is the best thing you can do right now, just load up on that bug spray, guys. Especially when your kiddos are going to that camp. I don't know if it's outside, but load them up on that bug spray.
Yeah.
Also, long sleeves help, just to kind of, protect your body. But there's not much you can really do other than that. They are on top of treating these areas all the time. But something that they have to balance is the weather. If we are having really windy conditions, they can't take those helicopters out, those drones out, whatever they need to do to treat those areas. The good thing to know about the salt marsh mosquito, though, is that they don't carry diseases. So
We'll take that.
it's just really that nuisance of being bit up, which is not ideal, obviously. But, you're not going to get sick from them.
Yeah.
Unlike those backyard mosquitoes, which is another type of mosquito we really see. And the reason, we have so many mosquitoes is because they did this really cool demonstration for me. They set up 1 square foot and they were like, so in 1 square foot, a mosquito can lay up to 39,000 eggs.
That number is crazy.
Yeah. And what happens is they can travel up to 20 miles, these mosquitoes, and the wind blows them
wind,
everywhere. And the salt marsh mosquito, she's a bit tricky. I named her, sorry guys.
Love that.
She's a bit tricky because it lays its eggs in like moist sand. So they are not thriving on water. They're thriving on moist sand. And hello, that's marshy. That's like all of our coastal areas. So, but Mosquito Control District, they're really on top of their game. And they've just been saying, hey, people, we want you to know we're here. We hear you. We're taking care of it as best as we can. And it's just going to take some time to fix and see those results. But they know about it. And the great thing is that being in the county with the largest mosquito district in the country, they have the best resources. And I've done so many stories with them where I've been able to show you guys what they can really do and all the different treatments they have. And they describe it like having another tool in the toolbox with all their different treatments. So yeah, they're really cool there.
I love that. I also feel like we love listening to Ella. If you're listening to her and you're like, she's incredibly knowledgeable / passionate.
Yes.
This is how Ella is on all of her stories.
She's amazing. It has been like one of my great honors here at Fox 4 to watch this little Boo Bear grow, because when she started with us, she was a relatively new journalist, right? Yeah. And we're kind of sad because Ella's moving on to bigger, better, different, colder, seasonal things.
Beaches.
Yeah, she's leaving Fox 4 to go be closer to home and to family. And so we're so excited for you, but we're also so sad.
I am like so sad, but so grateful. There's this Casey Musgrave song, and it's like happy and sad at the same time. And that's how I feel about this place, because I know you guys obviously at home, you can tell just how much we all love each other here and how well we get along. And these 2 women right next to me have been the most amazing support system and mentors and just so helpful. So you really are just so lucky that these 2 ladies are here, because they are just truly amazing people. But
I know.
Stop.
That's
No,
not
don't
in your
shake your
lines.
head.
Keep
Don't
going.
shake your head.
You're making her
But,
emotional.
stop.
That's a lot.
Stop.
Just go to the other
Okay,
stuff. We get
so
emotional.
I just am so grateful for Lehigh Acres and Immokalee specifically. Those are the communities I've covered here, and oh my God, are they 2 of the most amazing places in the world. I'm so grateful for them.
I'm going to say something about that, because you have represented my hometown of Lehigh so well. And unfortunately, in the local news medium, a lot of the times the stories you see coming out of Lehigh, coming out of Immokalee in that particular area, for whatever reason, it's normally the negative stories that, make the A block of the newscast. And you have done an amazing, tremendous job of spotlighting the positivity in those communities, but also needs in those communities. Because of Ella, remember the bus stop story? a part of Lehigh. Where was that particular area?
Which bus stop? Sorry, I've done
which one?
I've done a
Right.
few.
Well, there was one in particular where the parents. I think it was off of. It's
Was
by
it
the
the
Dollar
picnic
Tree. It's the one by the
benches?
Dollar Tree. Yeah, but
With the picnic benches.
I can't
The
remember.
dangerous bus stop was in Gateway, where they got the bus stop moved.
Yes,
That was
that's what it
Gateway.
was. Yeah,
Mhm.
she got the bus stop moved after parents felt like they were not being heard by the county or by the district. So that is just like one little snippet of your reporting and how much you have helped people get answers in those communities, and you've done it with passion. I just said this to Allie. You've done it with such passion, Ella. You don't see that all the time, and I just respect you and love you so much for it. There are times where I'd have been like, listen, boss, they didn't call me back. I can't talk to anybody. I'm done with the story for the day. You kept pressing up to like deadline. I've approved some of your scripts at that time, and so
Many a script.
but many a script where it was close to deadline. She was like, I just spoke to like, you do not give up, Ella, and that skill we're gonna miss here in Southwest Florida, but you're blessed to take that somewhere else, and they're blessed to have you there. But we're gonna miss that. Thank you for advocating for those communities so much, and they love you. How many times are people like, we love Ella? I'm like, so I'm sorry.
Stop.
I've
No,
been here
nobody
for
does
like-
that. Nobody does that. Nobody does that.
No, we people love you, and we get it. My mom is one of them, so.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I need to meet your mom. But no, I love those communities so much. They're so vibrantly just amazing, and I've never had a bad interaction with anybody there.
Wow.
It's been so great. But I do want the communities to know I'm not leaving you high and dry. I love you so much, and we have a wonderful reporter who is going to take over those areas. Her name is Victoria Quevedo. She has been with us since March, and I've slowly been easing her into those areas and introducing her to many people, so she knows where to go for those stories, who to talk to.
Good.
And she is prepared, and you guys got to reach out to her. You got to email her and tell her what's going on, because that has been something so helpful is that you guys reach out to me with, hey, we have this issue, da-da-da-da-da.
Love it.
So I'm passing the torch to Victoria, and she's going to do a fantastic job with the communities. And I'm still calling those communities my home. No pun intended, with Immokalee literally meaning that.
Can you? Immokalee means in my home.
So if you didn't know this,
I did not know that. Did you know that one?
in the Seminole language, Immokalee means my home.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like on all the Immokalee signs, it will say my home. And it's really cool, actually. If you guys ever make it out to the Habitat for Humanity community in Immokalee, it's off of 29. And it's fairly new, but it's called Kai Casa. And the reason it's called Kai Casa is means home in Creole, and casa means home in Spanish. So it's my home, and they really just blended the two cultures that are really prominent there, and it's so beautiful and special. I could talk about it all day long, you guys.
We're staring at you like proud aunties.
This girl, like literally, I'm so proud of her. Just watching her, like I said, to grow. She's an amazing journalist. We are sad to lose her, but man, you're a special one. We love you so much. And look how beautiful she is, too. Doesn't she remind you of that one actress, Rachel something, Weisz, I think it is,
Oh, I don't know.
from The Mummy?
Oh, I've actually, yeah. It's those eyes.
It's the eyes.
So
those
beautiful.
eyes.
Sometimes she's talking to me, I'm like, I need you to repeat that, my girl. Your eyes are
know.
just so beautiful.
She's
We
gorgeous.
love you, and we're proud of you.
You know what I love about Fox 4, though? Like, what you're seeing right now is not just like a shtick and there's a camera on us. Like, this is how we act in the newsroom, too. We genuinely love each other in this building and lift
Yeah.
each other up, and like girl power.
Absolutely. You
Sometimes
got that
boy
right.
power, too. Okay, fine. But no, it's just so nice to work somewhere where it's truly like family.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? We're going to miss this little love muffin, but we got to go let her spread her wings.
That's right. We're proud of you, girl.
we are.
Yeah,
Love you
we love
too.
you. And we love you guys.
We do. So we're going to wrap up this edition of, what's this called? Off Script. I had to think about that. I'm just thinking about this one. And we will give you about 25 more minutes of news of the day. But join us Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 o'clock on fox4now.com.
Have a good day.
Bye, guys.